Nude Project is one of the fastest growing clothing brands in 2025, and the marketing strategy behind all of this success is simply genius. They've built a cult following on social media that don't just buy the clothes, they live the entire Nude Project lifestyle. While other brands struggle to connect with the audience, Nude Project has taken a completely different approach to marketing that's generated more than $30 million in 2024 alone. In today's video, I'm going to uncover their entire content and marketing strategy so that you can apply these same strategies to grow your own brand. Let's dive in. So let's start by diving into what actually makes Nude Project so different from other brands. They are a lifestyle and not a product. Nude Project has crafted, built and tied a one-of-a-kind lifestyle to the brand, and no one that buys Nude Project buys the items or the garments, but the emotion attached to it. It is literally a cult. So Nude Project is not selling a product or a garment or a material. No, they're selling the lifestyle attached to this product. And that is exactly what we're going to break down right now. If we first of all just take a quick glance at the Instagram page, one of the images is Bruno, the founder, standing here swinging golf club. You're looking at Mediterranean Sea, lifestyle, free, aspirational. Here we have, a guy jumping off a boat with his friends. Here we have a Nude Project logo on the boat. Once again, aspirational. Here we have this, girl styling Nude Project items by the pool, palms, nice sunset. And here we have a guy swimming in the pool with a Nude Project branded swimming pool. So instantly you get this vibe of lifestyle. Now, what specifically is this lifestyle appealing to? Because it isn't just lifestyle. You rarely ever see the products as the main focus. They tap into trends, vibes, and appeal to the same segment but in different ways. They're not for the majority but for the minority that will keep coming back forever. So let me just show you right here two of their Instagram posts. We have the first one right here. We have a couple right here, the guy obviously who's shooting pictures of his girlfriend. Now, what does the caption say? Let's go to Venice, she said. Now, this is a trend that the Nude Project audience and customer is actually buying into, right? They find it funny that, everyone knows when they go on vacation, and even older couples as well, like everyone knows this, the girls often want the guys to take pictures of them, right? So that is what they tap into here. But obviously, what are they wearing? Nude Project jacket, trousers and trousers, right? So it is not focusing on the product but on the lifestyle, the trend, the vibe, instead of the actual product itself. Same thing here, right? Two old people, an old couple, very very cute, sitting here in the Nude Project jackets. Here they do talk about timeless pieces dropping tomorrow at 9, but still it's a vibe, right? Two cute people, old couple sitting here at a cafe reading the magazine in Nude Project jackets, right? It just represents a special feeling. Now, diving further in, even the website communicates this style of marketing. Many brands speak the customer's language on Instagram, TikTok, etc., but they do not do it on the website because it has to be formal, but not Nude. If you even look at just a quick glance at the homepage, you can see that, the homepage banner says more wine, haha. Now, you don't actually see this a lot with brands communicating this kind of messaging on the website. It's very product focused, collection focused, etc., etc. So this is also just a quick touch I wanted to point out. Now, moving on. Nude Project is all about chasing your passion. The lifestyle is all about following this passion, chasing your goals, and that you can do whatever you put your mind to. And this video shows exactly that. So let's jump into this video of Nude Project having a sequence of different clips from the Nude Project mansion, actual travel, they did this whole travel group in a mansion. I'm pretty sure that it was it was in Spain. They did this entire mansion set up with aspirational people. I'll break it down right now, where they have the specific video representing the Nude Project lifestyle. So let's look at it.
Whoa, last time I checked, I'm still hot, real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop. Built cars, steady climbing to the hilltop. Tip top, did it all off of a TikTok. Yeah, last time I checked, I still that got it, did it on my own, stay independent for you to get.
The first clip you see right here, it's a group of 3 guys standing here talking and in obviously Nude Project garments. Now, what happens when Nude Project put these garments on these type of figures? We have Iman Gaji right here, which is an aspirational guy in the business industry. People look up to him, people see him as an authority, and therefore when he wears a Nude Project, they actually associate Nude Project with that kind of character. Someone who has built something, who has built a big following, who has gone for his passion, who has achieved his goals. Exactly that. That is what this brand starts to represent as soon as they put their garments on this type of persona. And on the side here, we have these two, influencers and figures as well, who also are aspirational people to look up to. And that is what this lifestyle is. It is aspirational. It's about going after what you want in life. So same thing here, right? Here we have a cute moment of a guy cooking paella. Here we have a guy, trying and, standing here eating gold with a beautiful sunset. We have, these two people once again, obviously wearing Nude Project garments, talking with Bruno's parents, standing here by the pool with an ocean view, like all of these different settings, right? And here you see the same. Here we have two guys switching outfits, etc., jet skis, funny memories, losing a tooth on the jet ski by the ocean with a cute girl. Like, you get the point, right? This mansion mastermind was one of the biggest projects, and it was very, very successful because it represented the lifestyle of Nude Project and exactly who wears these products. To be clear, each piece of these, content is actually a small idea in and of itself. So you see these kind of, clips that are taken and cut up in different segments. It's small ideas from one piece of content that gets concluded together, right? And this is a great idea that you can actually also do. Create pieces of content that you can break up into different segments. Now, aside from that, this content is actually what allows them to get the community together. So what you should do is create content that gets your community together, doing what people who wear your clothing do. So show the world this is what you do when you wear our clothing. Figure out what your lifestyle is, figure out, whatever your brand represents, find people who can wear those products, what type of person wear the products, and then curate the lifestyle that they live when they wear your garments. And one thing that Nude Project does absolutely fantastic is communicating the feelings to the audience, emotional connection. Now, one of the ways that they build this transparency and emotional connection so that the lifestyle content feels relatable when this and within reach is by taking the customers behind the scenes of the brand over Bruno Casanova's life. From struggles, anxiety, and pain to the happy days, product launches, production, direct insights in the brand's development from their very own perspective. This structure of allowing customers to see the behind the scenes and the downs, the ups, they had a drop coming in, 10,000 pieces, they didn't work, they were too big, they had to resue them, all of this, right? It allows the customers to tie the pain, the emotion of pain, to the emotion of pleasure by seeing the lifestyle that they live, which is amazing, but also seeing what goes on behind that, right? So they put pleasure and pain together, which builds emotional connection with their audience, right? And also, this is the very own testimonial to what the lifestyle of the brand represents. So the whole Nude Project identity, as we've talked about in lifestyle, is about going after what you want, your passion, etc. And this is exactly what Bruno and his partner has done. They have gone for what they wanted, and look what came out of it, right? So that is why this founder story is so unique and actually represents the brand in such a great way, because what they talk about and what they portray to the customers is exactly what they've gone through and done themselves. So to put it simple, they achieve what they want the customers to achieve because they had passion for it, which is what the brand is all about. Nude has even taken it a step further. As we know by now, they're all about building a community and a cult following. And what better way to do that than having your very own customers spend hours and hours listening to you and watching you. Yes, they have a podcast, a streetwear brand with a podcast. And not only that, but a streetwear brand with a podcast with 900,000 subscribers and 1,500 videos. Now, why do they do this? Because it gives them a chance to not only discuss their own topics behind the scenes and how new drops fail, production issues, and so much more, but it also allows them to invite founders, athletes, and inspirational personas that feeds into the follow your passion lifestyle behind the brand. So if you see here, just a quick screenshot, we have Ronaldinho on the podcast. We have Ben Francis, founder of Gymshark, on the podcast, right? These and many, many more. There's a lot more people like, founders of Represent, all of these guys, right? Aspirational identities. Now, through this podcast, the customers buy into the brand before they buy the product, which allows them to become a part of the community effortlessly. So they attach a feeling to the product before they even buy it. All of this is happening while widening their community by tapping into these big names audiences without traditional influencer marketing, right? So they also, let's say that they talk to Ronaldinho, he's an athlete, right? So now they're tapping into the athlete market without having influencers from there, but literally one of the biggest athletes of all time sitting there speaking with them in the local language while the customers watch and bought into the Nude Project brand. Like, it's literally genius. The topic's all about vulnerability. It's the exact opposite of what we see from a lot of corporate brands. Vulnerability is what allows the audience to resonate with you and your brand. It is showing the real side. So having this vulnerable side of your brand And this lifestyle side of your brand allows your customers to see both sides and resonate with you at a proper emotional level, right? So the thing that you can take from this whole podcast topic is that your brand may not be so personal and you may not show this kind of vulnerability, but any kind that remains on brand, because it should not be about your personal life. It should always be related to the brand. This will allow you to build more rapport with your audience. So nonetheless, whether you have a personal founder story attached to your brand or not, you should definitely find a way to build rapport and emotional connection with your brand. Whether it's actually creating a podcast of your very own, it doesn't have to be about your personal story or your personal downsides or your personal upsides, whatever. It can be literally about anything, a podcast that represents your brand in a proper way. Now, a last great thing to touch on here is that the new stores that they have opened represents the brand identity down to every last detail. It almost feels like you're an artist on tour and not a consumer shopping while you walk around them. Even in these stores, the availability is limited, which is something they also emphasize a lot on the website by doing limited drops. Nude Project is all about creating for superfans. Create content for the 20% that will always come back and support your brand. So what you should take from this is that you need to find your minority. You need to find the 20% of your customers that will always support you, always come back and buy, drop over drop over drop, support you, follow you, etc., because that is where the value lies, and that is where you really build an audience that will always come back and buy from you, right? So find your lifestyle, find your messaging, and create content around that. Use these two pillars, lifestyle and messaging, as your core for creating content. Lifestyle, messaging, content, right? That is what you should build your whole brand upon, and that is how you should talk to your customers, right? So this is just a quick, showcasing of how you can actually do this yourself, right? How you can speak to your customers, how you can build connection with them, and how you can actually build a minority customer base that is loyal to you. By leveraging all of the marketing strategies that I've just broken down, Nude Project has achieved insane results, which resulted in them growing into a $30 million business in just 5 years. They have shipped over 150,000 packages to 190 countries in 2024, built a following of over 1 million loyal fans, and become Spain's fastest growing fashion brand, all without a single outside investor. This is the power of focusing on lifestyle, community, and storytelling over traditional product marketing. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you found value in this breakdown of Nude Project's marketing strategy and you want my help to take your brand to the next level, you can click on the first link in the description to apply to work one-on-one with me.